Hey budgeties, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, my name's Mo and I'm working on me and my husband's financial freedom journey. And if you're returning, hey friend. So in this video, we're going to be going over the first paycheck for the month of November, as well as some cash, because I know I say this like every 5 to 10 business days, but we're getting back to the cash. Life is life, and y'all, okay? And it's been stressful. If you don't know, my husband was laid off. We are currently budgeting my full-time paycheck, but also his paycheck, because he did get a severance package, which would mean he will be continue getting paid for 3 months. So come January, it'll be over, his severance package. So there's that. So this paycheck is going to be a little, in my mind, I thought it was going to be a little different, but it's probably not too much different. So if you don't know, this right here, this is my budget planner, okay? This budget planner is just a binder, and I love saying that because you too need to budget. And if you don't have all the cute stuff, all the fritzly things, it's okay. Paper and pen is your friend. Speaking of, I'm a Pilot girl, so I will be using my Pilot Precise V7 rolling ball pen. It's very sharp. Love her dearly. If you guys are interested in almost anything in this video, you should be able to see stuff on my Amazon storefront or paperbymo.com. All the inserts in here are paperbymo.com. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're for November. We've already done the monthly goals. I mean, not monthly goals, the monthly budget. Usually when it comes to money, I try to align the paychecks with the monthly goals. If you guys don't do that, I understand. That's a lot. Let me not lie to y'all. I don't understand, because if you have a monthly budget, why wouldn't you align your bi-weekly paychecks with your monthly budget? It actually doesn't make sense to me. I was gonna say I understand because finance is personal. Everybody do things differently, but nah, friend, I don't get it. Anyways, I say all that to say I tried to go based off of this and get the numbers to number. So we'll go over that. Another thing I wanted to talk about was some of the goals, okay? Because I think it's important to go back and look at the goals. So stay positive, because just losing a job, just life, there's just so much going on for me and my husband's life personally, and then the country and the world. It's just a lot. So I recommend all y'all stay positive. 10 out of 10 recommend. Save $3,000 in our life account. We're probably going to leave Louisiana type of account, try to figure out life type account. Great, positive, and happy Thanksgiving. TBD. TBD, because family's a trigger, at least for me. Okay, my husband, he wants a job in November. In NOLA, but by November 31st. So he wants something here for the interim, right? Yes, he's going to be getting his severance package paycheck, but he wants a little extra. Vending machine, Excel doc. We do have a vending machine. We just want to make sure we're tracking it right for the taxes. And then I would like a job offer in the next place we're going. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would like it sooner than later, but here we are. Okay, so if you don't know, I do write hard. I like to take out the pages and remove the binder, and because I write hard, I have several pages I'm actually taking out. So we're gonna get into this. When was this paycheck though? Let me real quick. Just want to see the calendar. So the paycheck we're gonna say the 8th. Really, my check hits sooner than that, but I like to say the 8th just so we can be on the same, schedule. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit. I said a little bit, and then I kind of came in heavy. Let's zoom you guys out just a little bit. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna say the 8th of November. All right, November 8th, and this is paycheck number 1. Okay, so if you don't know, we try to budget out our money first and then do our actual. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm giving this video to you guys a little later. I usually do videos Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, but like I said, life's been lifing. Since I'm giving this to you a little later, I actually know what the numbers are. Love that for us. We're still gonna budget it out, put it in the budget column, but we're a little bit more accurate. So let's get into it. So first things first, we start off with zero-based budget. Basically meaning that every job has a dollar. No, every job has a dollar. That's crazy. Every dollar has a job. So that's what we're gonna put. We're gonna say we're starting out with $0 because that's what we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna say Mo's full-time, that's me, And then we're going to say owes full-time. Even though it says severance, I don't know. I'm not writing severance. I barely can spell, y'all. So if you don't know, your girl did get a raise. I got a 3% raise, and then I also removed some of the money for my 401k. So every paycheck previously I was given 9%. I'm down to 5%. Some people I know you're probably thinking, well, why not even more if you guys are trying to, make life adjustments. The reason why I didn't go down even further is because my job matches at 5%, and I just felt like that 4% that they're not matching at, I'll pause until we get in a more comfortable space. Okay. Why am I saying all of this? Because this check is about to be higher, and this is why. So again, the raise and the fact that the 401k is not as much. So it's $2,626.84. And then my husband's paycheck from commission, the severance, is $1,585.64. Now, one thing I want to say about my husband's is that I expected, and my husband expected it to be way more money, but it wasn't. So we did some research. Although my husband no longer works there and it's a severance, they're still giving him contributions to his 401k. Now, we've already removed his 401k from the job's 401k. We put it into a traditional IRA. And I just was shocked, and my husband was shocked, because that was like $280. My husband was hoping that $280 would have just came in his check and we would have preferred it in cash. But my husband's 401k that's now transitioned to a traditional IRA is about 30-something thousand. So it is still good that we have investments, because you never know when you need money, right? Or need to take a loan on it or whatever you got to do. But that is still being contributed to. So I'm happy for him for that. Even though, like I said, we wanted to get the money so we can save it, but we actually don't have that option. So that's just the truth of where we are right now. So $2,626.84. And then we're going to add $1,585.64. So, this is a lot of money. And I know this is my husband's severance package and I got a raise, but we usually don't make this amount anyway, just being honest here. So we have $4,212.48. Again, the goal for the month is to save $3,000, at least $3,000 in our life account. So that's something I'm looking at, obviously. And then we have our fixed expenses, which are our bills. Obviously, you want to pay your bills every month. 10 out of 10 recommend. With our rent, if you don't know, we go ahead and split it in half. That means that we split it between two checks. So the rent is $1,607, but we just do $1,608. So we do $804 for each check. Another thing is our electricity bill. It went down a little bit. It's still hot as all get out here in New Orleans, but here we are. So we got $149.31. That's the specific number. Okay, so I'm excited that it's going down a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. Okay, so then we have internet. This is $51.50. And then we have our phone bill. This phone bill is between me, my mom, and my husband. So we just pay this. It's $177.66. Okay. And then we have some subscriptions, which are small subscriptions. This is going to be $22. This is Apple Music, family Apple Music that we pay for me, my mom, and my husband. And then it's also like Apple storage. Black Friday is coming up. I like to do the Hulu deal for Black Friday, which is Hulu's just 99 cents a month. Some people ask me questions about it because I've been doing it for like 2-3 years now. Yes, you do have to have a new account every time, but honestly, I think that's a small price to pay for just doing 99 cents because I feel like it's worth it. So that's just what I do. So subscriptions is $22. We also have car insurance. Okay. And this is just from me and my husband on our old cars, $234.02. People ask me questions about this as well. The thing is, it really does matter where you live and what kind of car you have. Although our cars are quite old, they're almost going to be a decade old, both of them. When you live in New Orleans, you live in New Orleans. Okay, so that's car insurance. And then we have life insurance. Okay, so with life insurance, that's going to be $108.04. That's for my husband and myself. It's about 50 something a month per person. Now, two things. One, I told you guys, because of the financial situation we're in now, we're no longer going to do YMCA. and we're not. But this was the last month, and I thought I had a little bit enough to pay for it already, but I didn't. It charges my credit card, so it's already paid. This will be, but I just wanted to pay my credit card back. You get what I'm saying? Because we're zeroing out credit cards around here. Also, my husband's student loan is on pause because of the litigation for the save plan. I don't know how long it's going to be on pause. They did say about 6 months or longer, but it depends. It depends on administration, depends on presidencies. It depends on a lot of things. So maybe we might be paying that back sooner than later, but we're not giving any money because, like I said, we're in a transition in life. So that's the YMCA, and I'm going to go ahead and do my student loans. She's not in pause, okay? Her bill is $197. So that's what we're giving her. So we got our rent, electricity, internet, phone, subscriptions, car insurance, life insurance, YMCA, and my student loans. So let's get into the numbers. Can y'all see this? Yeah. Okay. So we have 804 plus 149.31 plus 51.50 plus 177.66 plus 22 plus 234.02 plus 108.04. I'm going so slow I barely can see. I don't know why. Plus 71.10 and then plus 197. Okay, I have 1814.63. Okay, yep. Checking my notes to the side. 1814.63. So we're gonna take 1814.63 and we're gonna subtract $4,212.48. Okay, so what's remaining here is $2,397.85. So that's our fixed expenses. Then we're gonna go from our fixed expenses to our variables. And this is where we get into the cash. I say it all the time, oh, we're gonna do cash, we're gonna do cash. But we are, just because we're trying to figure out life right now, we're literally gonna do cash. Your girl got the cash. So I'm not just talking, I promise. So we do food. We've been doing pretty decent in the food department of saving or staying within budget. So that's $200. We're also gonna do gas. Usually I don't track gas for my husband or myself. I know for a fact we usually don't spend it all, and we just use it as a part of our fun money. But I told my husband, like, whatever we have left over, we should give it to something, okay? I hope that makes some type of sense. Whether it's saving it, investing it, something. Because we're not going to be investing as much as we once was. So I do want, money that we're not spending on specific things to go to something that's intentional. I hope that makes some sense, because I feel like I'm saying a lot of words. So that's his gas, and then there's my gas, and then there's fun. And a part of our adjustments was we're gonna just do $35 for him instead of $50, and $35 for me instead of $50, okay? Because we usually do $50 a check. So here, this should be 273. It should be 330, I think. Let me see. $2,397.85. Yeah, I just got some ugly handwriting sometimes, I promise. Okay, so 200 plus 60 plus 35 plus 35. Yeah, 330. Come on with the math. $330. So now we're gonna take this $330 and we're gonna subtract it from the $2,397.85. So now we have $2,067.85 left over. So the goal that my husband and I have is to save his check, okay? So when I was budgeting it out, when my husband was budgeting it out with me, we just went ahead and assumed that he would just get $1,500. So it's actually $1,585.64. Why am I bringing this up? Great question. Because we're just gonna literally put everything from my husband's check on the life account. So the savings goals currently, at least for this check, is gonna be our life account. It's gonna be house, because we have a goal for the house and life. And then we're gonna do sinking funds. I was a little on the sinking funds, but holiday season is already upon us. Some people were like, oh, you shouldn't do anything for the holidays. Tickets have been bought, and we buy the cheapest tickets, so there is no refund. So life is lifing already, okay? So there's that. Because my husband did lose his job in October. So, there were already things in motion. So like I said, with the life account, we're gonna go ahead and give it 1585.64. Why so specific? We're living off of one check right now. That's how we're seeing it. So anything that he comes in, his severance package is automatically being saved. We're gonna save some of mine too, but more than anything, his checks are gonna be saved. So that's 1585.64. Then for the house account, we're just gonna give it $100. All of these are in high yield savings accounts, by the way. And the sinking funds, we're gonna go ahead and give $382.21. I hope my math is mathing. So we got 1585.64, and then we have $100 for the house. Then we have $382.21. That's $2,067.85. Come on, math. Okay, $2,067.85, and what's remaining is $0. Love this for us. I'm trying to see what type of highlighter. I don't even see a highlighter in here. Okay, so I need to get a highlighter so we can talk about the cash, and then we're gonna actually distribute the cash and go from there. Okay, so we have a pink highlighter. I'm gonna zoom you guys out. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. What am I doing with the highlighter? I'm just gonna go over what's gonna be cash. So we're gonna do our food and cash, okay? And then we're not gonna do gas and cash because like Sam's Club, Costco, they don't usually take cash or whatever. So there's that. And then we're gonna do fun and cash, and then fun and cash. Now, probably the next check, we will be taking out cash for sinking funds, maybe because we will be closer to Thanksgiving, possibly, but TBD, right? So this right here, added together, is $270, right? 200 plus 35 plus 35, 270. Did not take out 270. I know. I didn't do it. It's only because I kind of already went to a coffee shop and got me some coffee and swiped my card. Why am I bringing this up? Because it's very important to note why the numbers are not gonna number. The math's not gonna math. And then the other thing was, I was going to an ATM that lets you choose your denominations, but they didn't have any fives. So you're wondering, how did I get these fives? I got these fives because I switched it out for the hurricane money. And if our fund is $35, how am I gonna take it out, right? And then 70. So when you go to the bank, or at least the ATM, and you want to take out denominations, you have to do it in the form of $20, like 20 amounts, if that makes sense. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. Okay, I can't take out 135. So the numbers are gonna be off. I only took out $260. So we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna account for that, because it's gonna make it just a little bit hard, not too hard, but just a little harder. Okay, so I have my Paper by Mo little thingy-mabobber, I don't know, cash thing. Most of these are only in 2 denominations, but that's okay. We're gonna get to the point here. So I took it in my little bank envelope, and we're gonna count 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And we're just gonna put 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Okay, this is how the bank gave me the money, y'all. So plus 100, okay, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So plus 60, that's $260 worth of cash. 5, 10, 15, 20, okay. So that's what I was able to do for this. Now let's talk about the envelopes and what we're gonna use. So this was my husband's cash envelope that I gave him like some years ago while we were still dating, trying to help him get his numbers and his money in order, right? He doesn't use it. I don't really use mine. I didn't want to make any more envelopes. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, so I'm going to use what we already have. Now, he had stuff like haircut, vacation, personal, whole. When it comes to his actual personal, he just puts it in his wallet, okay? Miscellaneous, gas, food. So what we're probably going to do is just the food, and then we're going to do personal, and then I think I'm gonna do miscellaneous as well. You're like, how are you choosing and deciding? Just because I know we only have a few things, which is food and fun for me and fun for him. So I'm going to take out his haircut. I'm going to take out the student loans, the card. We're not saving for these with cash. So we're going to keep personal. That's going to be somebody's fun money. We're going to take on vacation. We're going to take out savings. So it's only going to be a couple things in here. And holidays, we're going to keep miscellaneous. And then we're going to take out gas. And we're going to keep food. Get a little dirty, but that's okay. So these are the three we're going to have. Personal, miscellaneous, and food. I'm going to put them all in here for the sake of like the video. But really, I'm just going to give them to my husband for his. So first thing is food. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. 2, 4, 6, 8, 200. I could have got the food in $100 bills, but honestly, it just makes it hard. And a lot of places do not take cash for whatever reason, but this will work best for us because we can keep up with our actual change, because we're those type of people. If we go and we got to get some food and there's money left over, like when I do the budget and we're under our budget, we're going to use that money to go out to eat. We're going to use that money to go get a little drinky drink. Okay. We're going to use that money for some coffee, to hang out with ourselves. Like, we're going to just do something else with it. And that's all fine and dandy. But like I said, we got a goal. Okay. We got things in life to arrange and figure out what's happening with our lives. So we're just trying to be a little bit more strict with that. Okay. So that's that. You can still have fun. $35 every 2 weeks. That's not that bad. So yeah, let me see. So we're going to say food. I don't know if I'm going to keep an expense tracker or not, but this is the $200. This is the food. And this is what we're going to do for that. And then we're going to just keep my husband and I separated with the personal and the miscellaneous. I'm going to let him have the personal. I'm going to do miscellaneous because it starts with an M. Yes, I'm extra. And technically, we're going to owe $10. So it's going to be 20 for him, 20 for me, 25, 25, 30, 30. We're going to owe ourselves another $5. Well, I owe him $5. I spent $5 already on a coffee. So 20, 25, 30. Okay. And then 20, 25, 30 from me. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and try my hardest to keep up with this because I literally have a reason to keep up. Why can't I get this out? This is actually quite crazy. There we go. Okay. 20, 25, 30. So I'm miscellaneous. My husband is personal. And then we have our food. We really don't spend money crazy like that. But the problem is when there's money left over that we don't account for or we don't track, we then do spend it a little crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side because that's done. Okay. And those are done as well. Let me put my highlighter up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put all of these back in my budget planner. But the moral of the story here is that I also need to do a closeout budget for the month of October. And that is something that I've been thinking about because the closeout's not going to be very specific. I really didn't do too many transactions. Life has been lifing, okay? So let me put November back. Which is, I think it's a good budget. I just think that we got to be a little bit more strict. Once my husband was able to get his emergency fund, like where he wanted it to be, we definitely been way more lenient. But if you've been watching since 2020 when I started this channel, your girl was strict on myself because I was living by myself. I was an independent woman. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyways, so October definitely needs to be closed out. We need to figure out the goals. What did we hit for each month? I know we didn't hit our monthly. Oh, it's right here. I know we didn't hit our monthly goals because this is the month where my husband was laid off. So the last check, his check was smaller, although his severance package, he does get a severance package. It just didn't start until later. Okay, it didn't start until November. So I kind of been like blowing off closing out this month because I'm scared to see what it looks like. But it's all good. We're good in the hood. You know, we're gonna do okay. And then I got my bonus and I got my I got a bonus and a raise, which is why that check is so high, which I was grateful for because look how high we brought in when we usually bring in, okay, Oh, well, this one was pretty high because my husband's commission was on here. How much do we usually bring in? Let me go back and see, because now I'm actually quite curious. So that has YouTube on it. That has commission on it. This is ridiculous. I didn't separate it. So under $4,000 though is usually the point here. We usually bring in under $4,000, and I think we're well in October, so we'll be okay. But I just gotta close it just to see where the money went and what the numbers are looking like. But here we are back on our cash journey. Listen, when in doubt, cash it out. I don't like doing it. I don't like going to the bank. If you can find an ATM that does give you some type of denominations, go ahead and do it. I just want us to be meticulous about what we're doing with our money and how we're moving forward. That's all. Okay, that's all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.